So you've alluded to something. You talked about the journey. And the journey implies a series of contact points,
Right.
both outside of the Fundrise ecosystem as well as inside. And this was something we chatted about before we started. So tell me more about this concept in the context of what is a funnel.
Yeah, absolutely. So the funnel, I mean, broadly speaking, is, the top of the funnel is people who've never ever heard of Fundrise. So that's the broadest possible group. And, of course, my job is to make that amount smaller and smaller over time. But right now, there's still a ton of people who've never heard of us. And then you have people who've heard of us, but don't really know what we're doing. And then you have people who now are starting to consider us. And then, of course, we take you all the way down until you're an investor and hopefully you're an advocate for us and you're really an ambassador for Fundrise out there. Of course, now knowing what that funnel is, the question is, where do we connect with you? And maybe even more importantly, where are you getting your information at each stage in the funnel? And so, for instance, you may have heard of us because you read an article on a personal finance website that talked about how to invest. You got a huge tax refund, and here's one way to invest that money. That's one place where a lot of people are finding information about where to invest next, even high net worth individuals. And so obviously we'd love to have a presence there. We use display advertising also with really, really smart targeting to be efficient, to reach people who've probably never heard of us. And then our hope is, now you've heard of us, now you want to Google us. And so then it's about the effort of, when somebody Googles your brand, what do they find? And that's something that you should invest a lot of time in, is making sure that they find something that's going to be more persuasive than not. And then you come to our site for the first time. Maybe this is 6 months later, and we see this all the time. And now it's like, what are you finding based on the level of information you have? What are you finding on fundrise.com or on whatever landing page you came to? And then you give us your email address. And now it's, what information are we giving you now? Like, we kind of know what you know at this point. So what are maybe the gaps between you not investing and you investing that we can help close for you? And so we try to be very intentional. And of course we test everything all the time. But we try to be very intentional about making that funnel feel as natural as possible, so that you just feel really confident in the buying decision or the investing decision you're about to make.